Hi, this is Arlene from Adelante with Arlene. Oh my, I was just sitting here and I was thinking about how much I dislike when I am on a roll and working on something or trying to go somewhere or just this close to achieving a goal, and then all of a sudden, pause. There's like a stop. What do I mean by that? Well, I entitled what I just wrote called Life's Pauses. You know, when I started Adelante with Arlene, it was an idea I had in my head from 2010, early 2010, while I was still here in Florida. Someone offered me an opportunity to probably get some videos on cable in New York City, when all of a sudden I said, why don't you just give me my own show? And when the thought came to me, I was like, what in the world am I saying? I have no experience whatsoever in doing any kind of hosting of an entertainment show. But something inside of me was like tugging at me to take a chance, to dare, to believe. And I know that was God, definitely. So everything started rolling real good in the summertime. And I started taping so many things that you still haven't seen. I have footage that needs to be edited. And I tell you, everything was going fast forward, show after show, event after event, interviews, all this wonderful footage, and boom, all of a sudden, 4 months before my intro party, which was December, everything paused. I was like, what? And sometimes in our life pauses, we start thinking, was I really supposed to be doing that? Or was that the wrong timing? Or is something negative trying to stop me from achieving my goals? Or is that a relationship I should have been in or should have not been in? Or just all these questions. But I found that when God pauses a part of our lives, such as bringing either love into our lives and love relationships, or forwarding us to fulfill a dream or a goal, it just means He has a greater plan. There just might be some things in us that need to be resolved, to be emotionally healed, to be learned, or we might be in need of being redirected, which was the case for me. In this pause, I have experienced what I called frustrated faith. Not broken faith, but instead I call it frustrated faith. Let me tell you, I was 4 months into putting this intro party together. It was supposed to be a launching for Adelante with Arlene in December at my birthday party. It was an intro party because God had a different plan. And in those 4 months with a wonderful group of people, I was able to have the party, the black and white affair and the birthday party, and I had just a wonderful time. But by the time the party was over, I was wondering, where is Arlene going to go Adelante with this? But you see, it's in this season of frustrated faith, during these times that I try to run from the very one who can heal me or bring answers to me or teach me or guide me, which I call God. It's in my anger that I refuse to surrender to a higher power I know is Jesus. And sooner or later, when I grow tired and weary, and as I did, and I get angry and despaired, and I start wondering why, and suffering and not knowing and feeling hopeless and saying, how did I get this vision? How did this all start this way? And all of a sudden, what's going on? What's when I realize that I have to turn my eyes to God, to Him. You see, in our pauses, we must be still and know that He is God. And pausing, stopping, doesn't mean you stop forever. It is what I say, it is only a sudden interruption to shortly be continued. But how fast? It depends on how fast we surrender our issues, our life, our questions, our visions, our goals, our hearts, our relationships to Him. How quickly we surrender all that to Him. We can't go forward and succeed if at first we don't admit to ourselves that we can no longer do these things on our own. And I learned that flesh, because the Word of God says, gives birth to flesh, but the Spirit gives birth to the Spirit. And whatever is birthed in the flesh, solely by us, that's what that means, solely by us, in this case, will need to be kept by us. But what God bursts forth and brings forth, you know what? It will always be kept by Him. I'm sharing this because I've experienced these momentary pauses in my life, either for a need to learn, to be directed, to work out some issues in me, so that I be better prepared to go adelante. As a result, through my Facebook writings, you've all made them very popular, have written to me. Now this segment on video blog, only one segment of Adelante with Arlene, because the rest is going to be the rest of the entertainment show, is come to pass. But if I had not sat back and had that sudden pause and come here to Florida and find time to be in His presence, or find time just to let time pass and trust, then I wouldn't be sitting here in front of all of you video blogging. So I chose, and I will continue to choose, and I ask you to do the same, to let go and let God. Because my ways and many of our ways have just brought us nothing but frustration, pain. But God's ways leads to victory, peace, longevity. I pray that you take the pauses of life as stepping stones to achieving, receiving, and walking in greatness. Surrender to God. Don't be afraid of life's sudden pauses, especially when God is trying to get your attention, as He did with me. God bless you, and thank you for letting me share my thoughts. Y sigue adelante con Dios. God bless.